Good evening, Troop 407 and all of our friends and scouts and scout families. Can I hear a cheer from all of our patrols for the excitement for all of our Eagles tonight? So, again, I'm Brandon Kelley. It's great to have you guys here. On behalf of 407 tonight, we have the opportunity to present 6 Eagle Scouts, with the 7th that was just done the other day when they went into the military with Bridger Loyola. But tonight we get the opportunity. So hopefully you're here to represent or to congratulate one of the following: Wick, Litster, Hyrum, Thomson, Joshua, Kelley, Josef, and Dallas, Glaze, and Bridger Adams. So we are excited to have you here. We're especially excited to have a full audience with us tonight. We've got a lot of great things that the families have done for you guys this evening. And before we get started, we just want to thank the families for all of the opportunity, as well as the service that they've done in getting this ready for us tonight. And then also we want to recognize special guests that are joining us. So we have, this is literally a nationwide court of honor tonight. We're going to be having Bruce and Jeannie Smith, as well as Jan and Alan Litster from Alaska for the Litster family. We have Janice Kelley from Maine. So we literally have both sides of the continent here. Then we have Cammie Adams, Mitch Keats, Felix joining us here online. And then we've got a special representative with Freedom, and then also with a national distinguished scouter here with us this evening. So with no further ado, we're going to have Troop 407 lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance and the Scout Law, and then we'll go from there. So I will turn the time over to our honorary caller tonight.
Color guard attention. Color guard forward march. Audience, please rise. Color guard, show the color. Make the proper hand salute. Please recite the Pledge of Allegiance with me.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Color guard, post the colors. Color guard, uniform ranks. Color guard, dismiss. Please recite the Scout oath and law with me.
Right.
A scout
Is trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent.
Please recite the Scout oath with me.
On my honor, I will do my best to do my duty to God and my country, to obey the Scout Law, to help other people at all times, to keep myself physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight.
2. Audience, may be seated.
Thank you for the leadership and for all of that. Also, wanted to invite now Joanne Christensen to come up and offer an invocation for us, and then after that we will jump right into the presentation for freedom.
Oh, dear Heavenly Father, we come this evening. We're so thankful for all the work that these young men have done and what they have achieved. We are so blessed to have these boys do what they did. Please help us to help them all that we can. Say this name of Jesus Christ. Amen.
Again, thank you, Joanne, for that. As we move forward with the program, we're really excited tonight. Not very often, in fact, I've been to several thousand Eagle Court of Honors in my life. And I can only count a small number where we've ever had a distinguished guest like we have tonight. And so tonight, we get to have Debbie Peterson come in and present some great history from American history. We also have a great guest with Frida, and I believe we need to hold our applauses and stuff because she's very sensitive. Is that right? Yeah. Well, let's bring her in with a great applause. We've got live Paul Eagle there.
Well, thank you. Well, it's a pleasure. Can you all hear me? I've got a pretty big voice, but if you can't hear me, just raise your hand. But it's a pleasure to be here tonight. Oh, okay. Let me. Thank you. Okay, can you hear me? Okay. Well, it's a pleasure to be here tonight to honor. We've got Bridger, Dallas, Hyrum, Josef, Josh, and we've got Wick for reaching the rank of Eagle, Scouting's highest rank. So where are you Eagle Scouts? There's one, kind of all over here. Okay, some over there. Well, congratulations. That is a great achievement. My son is also an Eagle Scout, so I know the work that you had to do to reach Scouting's highest rank. Well, I brought Freedom tonight, and we represent Lions of the Sky. We're a nonprofit organization, and we have Freedom under the authority of the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Services. So he's used to teach others about eagles throughout the communities. Freedom is wearing a hood as a tool used in falconry, the ancient art of hunting with trained birds of prey dating back 2,000 years BC. The hood is designed specifically for him, and it keeps him calm while he's in transport. If I can just get that one flag just moved a little bit, because if he'll start flapping, that movement will kind of scare him. So just over to the side would be great. Thank you. So Freedom, he is a bald eagle, and the word bald is Old English. It means white-headed eagle. And Freedom lives in captivity because he has a right wing injury. He was actually found about 10 years ago on the west bank of Utah Lake, and he had a damaged right wing. He was probably most likely hit by a car while he was foraging for food on the side of the road. So he was taken to a wildlife rehabilitator because the goal is to always get these eagles and wildlife and other birds back into the wild. But unfortunately, they could not repair it and well enough for him to be able to hunt and fish. So he had to come into captivity. So like I said, Freedom does teach others about eagles in schools and communities, Eagle Court of Honors, and that's what his role is now. So I always like to say you don't have to be perfect to have value, and now his role has just changed. He's an ambassador now. So we actually only have two types of eagles in North America. We have the golden eagle and we have the bald eagle. The bald eagle, or the golden eagle, is found worldwide in the northern hemisphere above the tropics. But the bald eagle is unique to North America and naturally found nowhere else. So that fact, in addition to their strength, their courage, independence, and fierce beauty, inspired our founding fathers to choose the bald eagle to represent our country as its national bird in 1782. But that didn't become official until 1789, the year George Washington was inaugurated as our country's first president. Native American tribes also revered the golden eagle, and they believed that eagles were the messengers to the Creator, and that their prayers were conveyed to the Creator by eagles. Native American braves were awarded eagle feathers for acts of heroism and courage. You might say they were similar to the rank advancements and merit badges in the scouting program. Bald eagles played a role in the very founding of our nation during one of the first battles of the Revolution. Early morning noise disturbed some eagles living in the area. They flew from their nests and began circling and shrieking over the heads of the men who were fighting below. The patriots took great courage in that fact, exclaiming that even the eagles were shrieking for their freedom. Many years later, in 1862, a Native American chief from the Flambeau tribe captured a young bald eagle in the Chippewa Valley, Wisconsin. Today, under the Eagle Protection Act, that capture would result in a $5,000 fine and a 1-year prison term. That eagle was eventually sold to the Eagle Company, 8th Wisconsin Infantry, given the name Old Abe after Abraham Lincoln, and taken into war, serving as the infantry's mascot. Remarkably, Old Abe survived rebel sharpshooters of 36 battles over 3 years, again offering hope and encouragement to the men who were fighting in the Civil War. So eagles represent freedom and they represent liberty. Now, unfortunately, because of habitat loss and destruction, illegal shooting, and chemical pollution of their food source, the bald eagle was reduced to under 1,000 individuals in the lower 48 states below Canada and placed on the endangered species list. The good news is because of strict laws and regulations and stiff fines and penalties, the bald eagle was taken off that list on June 28, 2007. So now it's estimated that there are about 350 to 500,000 bald eagles throughout the whole of North America. And if any of you have been to Alaska, about half that number do live in Alaska. So not only is the eagle doing better, but it shows us that we're able to clean up and repair our environment, enact strict laws and regulations with stiff fines and penalties. And today we hear a lot about taking care of our environment, about being green. To me, scouting is always taught about conservation. I think of a scout as being not only friendly, but friendly to nature and the environment as well. Now, bald eagles are powerful predators who can catch and kill prey, many times their size. However, they can only lift up to a little less than half their weight in flight. Some of the foods that they feed on are amphibians, invertebrates, insects, including insects, reptiles, mammals, birds, but their favorite food is fish. So you'll always find bald eagles living near water. So they'll swoop down, grab the fish out of the water in their powerful feet and talons, which can exert up to about 400 pounds of pressure per square inch. And they'll swoop down and grab that fish right out of the water. However, if that fish is too heavy, well, they're not just gonna let it go. So what they'll do instead is they will have big powerful wings and they'll swim to shore, carrying that fish in their feet and talons, demonstrating determination, resourcefulness, and self-reliance. The same qualities that Bridger, Dallas, Hyrum, Joseph, Josh, and Wick exhibited as they worked toward the rank of eagle. Now, eagles have many interesting qualities. They do mate for life. And being an apex predator at the top of the food chain, they have no enemies. And an interesting fact is, as in most birds of prey, the males are 1/3 smaller than the females. So Freedom is a male. We estimate he's about 12 to 15 years old. He could live to be over 50 in captivity, 30 to 35 in the wild. And eagles have wingspans anywhere from 6 to 8 feet. And bald eagles, they can soar or glide up to 45 miles per hour, but they can super dive up to 100 miles per hour. Now, we're fortunate we can see bald eagles right here in Utah, and some live in the state year-round. But the best time to see bald eagles is in winter. Each winter, hundreds of bald eagles migrate into Utah. They arrive around the 1st of November. They stay until the end of February. That's called pre-winter. And these eagles, at about 1st of March, they'll start going back up to Alaska. And they don't just get good luck and find their way back. They know exactly where they're going, but the eagle will return to the very same nest that they used the year before. And people will often ask if eagles are very intelligent. And all I can say is I sure couldn't do that. And just think, if you enjoy fishing, they know every good fishing hole between Utah and Alaska. And like the bald eagle, Bridger, Dallas, Hyrum, Josh, Joseph, and Wick, they can just get good luck and earn the rank of eagle, they also knew exactly where they were going. So I've always loved eagles, and just think, what would it be like to be an eagle? To soar on your own wings, never need a road map or GPS, you just know your way, never get stuck in freeway traffic, and you have vision up to 5 times greater than a human. This is called rousing. So he's just trying to get cooler air into his body. So if your vision was as good as Freedom's, you would be able to read your cell phone the length of this gymnasium. And also, you'll be able to see distance and peripheral or side vision at the same time. And you could see more colors on the color spectrum than humans. So their eyesight is everything. It takes a bald eagle. Well, let's do it this way. Bald eagles can soar thousands of feet in altitude, but they don't reach those great heights alone. They utilize lift and assistance from thermals and updrafts. And similarly, Bridger, Dallas, and Hyrum, Josef, Josh, and Wick, they just didn't earn the rank of eagle all by themselves either. They also lived in assistance from parents, dedicated leaders, family, and friends as they worked toward the rank of eagle. And it takes a bald eagle about 5 years to 8 years to get their complete white head and tail. Before that, they have brown head and tail feathers, very similar to golden eagles. So I think they have to earn those white head and tail feathers. And in nature, it is survival of the fittest. Only the eagle continues to work hard will make it. Similarly, our Eagle Scouts too, they have many more years of life ahead of them, which continue to apply the skills and principles and discipline they acquired as they earn the rank of eagle, benefiting not only their life, but those in their circle of influence. So whenever I see an eagle, I think of it as more than just an eagle. I think of a symbol of freedom and liberty, a symbol of the very best, which is why I think Scouting chose the eagle to represent its highest rank. Not every Scout becomes an eagle. It says something about the person who earns that award. So again, like the eagle, Richard, Dallas, Hyrum, Josh, Joseph, and Wick have had to work hard. You might say that they have passed the test. No, they represent the very best. Well, you might think that Freedom here is a tame eagle. Actually, their new tame eagles are always wild. You might do a little demonstration. So I have been with him for his entire time in captivity, and he still doesn't like me. So they are wild, which is how they are, which is a good thing. You want to keep them wild. So we know that Scouts are trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, clean, and reverent, but they also brave. So we need to find out if Bridger, you know where this is going, Dallas and Hyrum and Josh, Joseph, and Wick. We got to find out if they really deserve the rank of eagle and have them pass their bravery test with freedom. So would you all be willing to do that? Good job. So what we're going to do is have you all come up here, and we'll do one group shot with freedom, and then we'll do individual ones. Would that be okay to do that? Okay. All right. So let's not all run up here at once. So okay, let's move this microphone away. Excuse me. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to come behind you guys, and I will kick you behind you, and then stay in line. And we'll have each have an individual. Would that be okay? Okay. So we'll just move them behind you. Okay. Got cameras ready? Is that good? That's all, thank you. Look at how powerful his feet and wings are. He comes right back up again.
Right, Hyrum.
Okay.
You will have a time. Yeah.
Okay. So let's start with you. And you are? Okay, this is Josh. Josh, only one of your Scouts got their nose bit off. But the cosmetic surgery looks so much better than the original that was worth it. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Social transaction. He will turn around and face you in just a second. I mean the bird, not Josh. Just give him a minute. Okay. You're welcome, Josh. Okay. You're good, Sid. You're good. Oh. Okay, and you're Dallas. Okay. Are you feeling brave, Dallas? Okay, and then we have, was it Joseph? Joseph. Okay, okay, so we have your Hyrum.
Hyrum, look at me, not grandma. Wait till the bird turns.
He's checking it here.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, I didn't tell you, he does weigh 7 pounds, so. Okay, you're Bridger.
Yeah.
You got it? Yeah. Okay. You are.
Wait.
Wick. Okay, Wick. Okay, we said see that. Okay. Thank you, Wick. Well, I'd say that our scouts have definitely passed their bravery test and more than deserved the rank of Eagle. Let's give them a big hand for their accomplishments. Thank you. I did not expect that.
Give a giant round of applause to Freedom. For you Eagles, isn't that awesome to be able to have a live eagle? Like I said, in all the ones that I've had the opportunity to serve, participate in, but there's only been just a few handful where we've had a live eagle. So that was pretty awesome that we got to have that experience here with Freedom. And I hope it reminds us all of really what scouting was started for, with our freedoms and being able to serve others. And so now on behalf of the National Eagle Scout system, as well as serving on the National Eagle Scout Committee, we're going to go ahead and open up this formal side of the Eagle Court of Honor. And soon I'm going to invite all of the new recipients up here to join me in front, each of them having a table, and we will go through the formalities of presenting the Eagle Scout. But before we do that, the other night when we were having a board review for Eagle for Bridger Adams, we sat down and we counted, and I don't know if you know this, but there's over 200 items that a scout has to go through, not including all the weekly meetings and the campouts and all the additional items per merit badge, but there's over 200 things that they have to learn and pass off to become an Eagle Scout. So for their journey here tonight, it's not just been a very short or a quick one, but in fact, it's been several years, and it's quite the opportunity to have all of you here from the friends and family. So on behalf of 407 and our Eagle Scouts, as well as our troop committee, I declare this Eagle Scout Court of Honor now open. So what we will do is, if I can have Wick, Litster, if you'll join me to my right, and then bring your parents. Then Hyrum Thomson. Your parents, Joseph Kelley, or Joshua Kelley here. And then we're gonna have Joseph and Dallas Glaze to my left. And then Bridger Adams, you'll be on the far end. So if you guys will come up with your families, we're about to declare you guys Eagle Scouts. Stand right here in front. So before we administer the Eagle oath, what I'd like to do too is invite all of our Eagles here, both past, present, and future, to come and join us in our Eagle's Nest. Please save the front row for the new Eagles for when they get inducted into the Eagle's Nest. So if you're an Eagle Scout, please come join me here on my right.
We're going. Let's go.
I don't know if we're gonna have enough chairs to the Eagle's Nest. I thought we planned accordingly. So if you guys need an extra chair, go ahead and grab that, and we'll go from there. Well, as we look at the Eagle Scout, again, surmising where they have come and where they're going, I'd like to help you guys each understand the colors of the Eagle Scout and what it represents. The foremost responsibility of an Eagle Scout is to live with honor. The Eagle Scout honor is the foundation of all character. They know that a scout is trustworthy. It is the very first point of the Scout law for a good reason. An Eagle Scout lives honorably, not only because of honor is important to them, but because of the vital significance of the example that they set for other Scouts. Living honorably reflects the credit to their name, their home, their church, their troop, and their community. May the white of the Eagle badge remind you to always live with honor. So the very first thing that we're going to do is, moms, if you will, and I think we'll do mom and dad on because we're tag teaming up here, Andy. So if you guys will take the Eagle badge, we're going to pin the Eagle badge on, and then we're going to do the Eagle oath, the first part, and then John Sanders will do the Eagle's Nest part. So just go ahead and pull the Eagle badge out, pin it on their left shoulder or their left pocket. Left pocket in the middle. And then when you guys all have that pinned on, if you will turn and face me, so I will know that you guys are ready to go. Good job. Bridger. Okay, so if the Eagles will now make the Scout sign with me and repeat after me. I state your name.
I don't
Realize the obligation to my fellow Eagles,
realize the obligation of my fellow Eagles,
my home, my country, and my God.
my home, my country, and my God.
I will assist other Scouts
I will assist other Scouts
who are climbing on the trail of the Eagle,
who are climbing on the trail of the Eagle,
and to give back more to Scouting
to get back more to Scouting
than it has given to me,
than it has given to me,
and to assist my troop as much as possible,
to assist my troop as much as possible,
and to be a living example of the Scout oath and law,
and to be a living example of the Scout oath and law,
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
2. You've now taken the first part of the obligation of the Eagle Scout. So the second obligation of the Eagle Scout is loyalty. A Scout is true to his family, Scout leaders, friends, school, and nation. Their loyalty to their troop, their fellow Scouts, makes them pitch in and carry their share of the load. All of these help to build the loyalty that means devotion to the community, to country, and to one's ideals and to God. Let the blue of the Eagle badge always inspire your loyalty. So that, the loyalty, let's go ahead and present the mother's pin. So each of the mothers should receive a pin. And that'll be the top one. There's a reason why it's in the top, because they've usually been the most helpful in getting them to all the different meetings, and in some cases, helping them remember more things or prod them along. I shouldn't say anything about that, right, Wick? Oh, no, that's fine. That's why they practice routine technique, so we're always paying attention to that. The third obligation of an Eagle Scout is to be courageous. Courage has always been a quality by which men measure themselves and others. To a scout, bravery means not only the courage to face physical danger, but also the determination to stand up for what is right. Trusting in God with faith in their fellow man, they look forward to each day, seeking their share of the world's work to do. Let the red of the Eagle badge remind you always of courage. So, gentlemen, if you will now pin your fathers with the father's pin. They're all there. I can't quite see Bridger and Gray back there, so you guys are good. Okay. The fourth obligation of an Eagle Scout is to be cheerful. To remind the Eagle Scout to always wear a smile, the red, white, and blue ribbon is attached to the scroll of the second-class Scout Award, which always has its ends turned up in a smile to remind us of our good turn daily. So now we will take our neckerchiefs. So these guys all have Troop 407 neckerchiefs, and even Joseph has one of the early ones. And so we're going to now, as a tradition, we have an Eagle Scout neckerchief. So for the fourth challenge, we're going to go ahead and take off the neckerchief and present the Eagle neckerchief for each of the boys. And this has been a tradition that we've done with all of the recipients for 407. So go ahead and take your neckerchief there. Done. And face the audience. So at this point in time, we still have one more responsibility of the Eagle, but I'd like to present our 6 Eagles tonight to the audience for a round of applause. So Wick, Litster, Hyrum, Thomson, Joshua Kelley, Joseph Glaze, Dallas Glaze, and Bridger Adams. So join me in a round of applause. Way to go, Josh! The final responsibility of an Eagle Scout is service. The Eagle Scout extends a helpful hand to those that still toil up the scouting trail. Just as others help them in their climb to their eagle, the performance of the daily return takes on a new meaning when they enter in a more adult life, continuing service to others. The Eagle Scout stands as a protector of the weak and the helpless. They aid in their comfort and unfortunate and the oppressed. He upholds the rights of others while defending his own, and he or they will always be prepared to do for their best. And so on behalf of Troop 407, all of you will find a flag that has been flown over the U.S. Congress in behalf of you and your Eagle Award. The final one is the Eagle Scout Challenge coin. So in our troop, we have a tradition of carrying a coin with us and doing a good turn. And when we've done that, we move it to our right pocket. So now each of the Eagles will be presented their Eagle coin. It says you deserve much of the credit for having achieved Scouting's highest award, but wear your award with humility, ever mindful of the Eagle Scout, how it looks up to you as an example. May the Scout oath and law be your guide tomorrow and for onward. So with that, what we will do is we're going to have each of the young men talk just quickly here at the microphone on the project that they did, and then present their mentor. So we'll start with Wick, and then we'll have the parents go ahead and sit down and take their seats back in the audience. And then the scouts, if you guys want to just stand off to the side and move through. So, and if you have any other things that you want to present, just come on here to the microphone, okay?
So my project, I collected, cleaned, and registered a bunch of classes. We got about 15,500 done in a span of 2 days, and we had help from Eagle Condor Foundation and NC Denmark. So Denmark, he was the representative of the Eagle Condor Foundation, and basically we cleaned it, and then we sent it to the Eagle Condor Foundation for their to get the glasses down to somewhere. Now, I do not see 2 of my mentor pins here today, so I'll just go through them briefly. First 2 are Jackson Plowman and Tyler Fawcett. They kind of were, right by me. Jackson, get over here. So, I specifically requested Jackson be here today because I wanted to go to him, but Tyler unfortunately was not made it. But it was a Jackson because I always looked up to him because he got merit badges done fast and efficiently. He worked really hard, like really hard. Now, the other one was Tyler Fawcett, and it's the same reasons as Jackson. And the next one is my brother Errol. So there's a little story that I want to tell about this. So if you look on my my table, there is a atom, a singular atom. Now, on one of the first campouts that I had ever done with this troop, I was arrogant little pain in the butt, and I thought that I knew better. And I'm a very picky eater, and so I didn't like eating foods that I don't like to eat. Errol, being the good older brother he is, tried to make sure that I ate food. However, I immediately, when he asked me about the 3rd time, I immediately grabbed an apple, picked it up, and went, "Apple!" So now it's a running joke wherever I just out at random, all of a sudden, let's go. Apple.
Wait, finish the story. You forgot the most important part of that story.
I'm getting to it. So basically, Errol being the amazing older brother he is, he packed half a sandwich for me, which quite literally just about saved my life. He basically had to drag me out of spooky. I had suffered from exhaustion. I was, running low on fumes. I hadn't eaten much, and Errol, being the prepared Eagle Scout that he is, he helped me and quite literally dragged me out of spooky people. Right. And last one I have is Marty Gunnarsson, our Scoutmaster. So Marty is a Scoutmaster, and he puts a ton of time into these things. And he has also quite literally helped me, you know, taking me, wait, get your eagle done, wait, get your eagle done, wait, get your eagle done. And he being the scoutmaster has kind of in the head, and has to deal with this for 4 years. I deal with this for 5 years. 5 years. Took me 5 years to get from life to eagle.
And what Wick didn't say, because we were all gonna harass him about, I mean, and enjoy and reminisce on this one, Wick, was that when he was that high of the grasshopper, he kept lamenting to Errol that he didn't want the food, didn't want the help. And then ultimately, if it wouldn't have been for Errol, we would have had to retrieve you from the bottom of Bryce Canyon on our first camp out there in COVID.
Yep.
So we're glad that you're with us and finished the journey. Our next one is Hyrum. Hyrum is a brotherhood member of the Order of the Arrow and has done some fantastic service as well. And both Wick and Hyrum have served as our senior patrol leaders in the past, and part of the reason we have all of you here and the success that we have falls on Wick and Hyrum's shoulders. So Hyrum, you're up.
For my Eagle projects, I went up to a camp called Camp Shawnee and helped repair bridges up there because they were slowly falling into disrepair and were causing hazards at camp. And so I went up, repaired bridges, helped with that. I only have one mentor pin, and it goes to Brandon. Brandon has always just been there. Anytime I've had a question, anytime I've had anything I've needed to ask, anything really that I've needed, and any preparations, he's always been there for me. I would also like to give a grandparent pin to my grandpa, because with my Eagle project, I had to go up to Camp Shawnee to get measurements, take supplies up, and do a lot of things. And my grandpa helped with a lot. Helped me when I had to go to Home Depot, get wood and everything. So, yeah, well.
Trying to figure out where Hyrum got all his height from. All of these guys, when they started with us, they were about, you know, the size of an average 11-year-old. And so I look out now and just see their growth and maturity and the success that they're not only having now, but bound to have in the future. It's an honor to have them here. So Hyrum, I'm going to have you just take a half a step over with Wick. Josh Kelley came to us from 596 as well when we merged them in from West Caveville. And he has been phenomenal both in leadership and his enthusiasm. And I think we've got a future NHL star from out here, at the very least. Some colleges are after for Josh to attend, and he's been extremely dedicated with all of his sports athletics that he's had to deal with to be able to pull off his sport or his Eagle project. So I'm going to turn the time over to Josh Kelley. And it's Kelley, not L or Y like mine, right? Yeah, that's not their own joke.
I'm not Kelley, I'm Kelley. The extra E is better, just so you know. Sorry, Brandon, but just had to add that in there. So I'm Josef Kelley, and for my Eagle Scout project, I did a shoe drive. And so yeah, my goal was 500 pair of shoes, and I tossed out 1,000 flyers with the fellow scouts and my friends over there in the back. And the reason I did a shoe drive was because I make most of my money by reselling shoes, and it's just been a passion of me since I was very young to just shoes in general and clothes. And I just thought it'd be a good idea to do a shoe drive. So I collected 1,000, sent them off to a company called Souls for Souls based out of Nashville, Tennessee. and then they shipped them over to third world countries to help kids that don't have shoes. So, yeah, that was my Eagle Scout project. And then for my mentor pins, I have two. For my first one, I want to give it to Brandon. Brandon's helped me out a lot through my scouting. He's helped me to the highest standard, and he's just expected the most of me. He's brought me up, just helped me see things I haven't seen before. And thank you, Brandon. For my second pin, I want to give it to Eric Hoffman because I hope he's on the video, but he's got me started through the scouting journey. And for my last, the week long I just went on, me, Luke, and Keegan had a blast with him there at Emerald Bay. And I just want to thank him, even though he's not here, for helping me along my path and everything. So round of applause for him. And I want to thank my parents, Carl and Kathy, for helping me through my Eagle Scout. My dad went on almost every single camp out with me and made sure I was doing everything right, just helping me, guiding me, and my mom for signing me up for all the Eagle Scout things and just getting me everywhere, helping set up this whole event. And thank you.
So we have Joseph and Dallas next, and Joseph, for all of those of you guys that don't know, several years ago, they were both about the same size. And we mistakenly called Joseph Dallas and Dallas Joseph all the time. And so these two are famous for all of the red sweaters. So everybody that sees the red sweatshirts we have, the name tags, so that Marty and I, well, at least me, but I thought it was me and Marty. But so we can keep you guys straight. And so it's so cool to see how you guys have grown and your success. When they came, Joseph was very bright-eyed and bushy-tailed and just super excited to experience everything. He managed to drag Dallas along, and Dallas came screaming at first, but I think he started to enjoy it. And if I remember correctly, you even got your older brother to get his Eagle Scout here a couple of years ago. If I'm correct on that. So, Joseph, I'm going to have you come first, and then Dallas, you'll follow. Or if you guys want to do it together too, that's you guys. And everything that they've done, it's always been brothers wherever they go. So I wouldn't be surprised if they're both presenting at the same time. But Joseph, it's you.
Yeah, my name's Joseph Glaze, like that. And my Eagle project was laying molds on the Nichols Park Trail. And I think I did the upper trail, yeah, or lower, I can't remember. But we ended right before the rain came, so we were safe under the pavilions. People just poured all around us. It's pretty cool. And my mentorship goes to my dad because he was with me every step of the way and he's always helping me. Thank you.
I'm Dallas Glaze, and I like the donut too. And my project was much the same, except for I did a different section of trail, so I couldn't see his bad work. So my mentors in I have two. The first one I'd like to give to Grand Archibald. I'd like to give it to her. I'd like to give it to her because she's always been there for me. She's helped me become Eagle Scout. And the other person I'd like to was also helping me get my Eagle Scout, so Joseph.
Richard.
Okay, my name's Richard Adams, and what I did for my project is I went to my local church and I removed just like a bunch of trees, crap, and concrete, like about 5,000 pounds of it. And for my mentor pins, I have about 5 of them, so bear with me. My first one goes out to Dave Beck. Dave Beck has helped me over the years, and he's been my neighbor, and he helped me even before and after the project, and I'm just really thankful for him. Okay, my second one goes out to Brandon Kelley. And what Brandon Kelley's done for me is he's helped me get my Eagle. He told me stuff to change on my paperwork, which I'm really thankful for. It went through smoothly. And then last week, he came over and helped me for Brotherhood, so I'm just really thankful for him. Okay, third one goes out to Marty Gunderson. Marty has been a great influence in my life, and when I joined Scouts, he's just been there for me, and he's been the Scoutmaster, and he's helped my patrol a lot, and I'm just really thankful. Okay, my next one goes out to Dave Litster. Now, Dave Litster has helped me over the years with scouting, and he helped me on physical fitness merit badge when I was running the mile. And he told me to keep going, so I'm just really thankful for him. The last one I have is Eric Hoffman, which he can't be here tonight, but when I went up to Emerald Bay, he helped me with like snorkeling, because I was just like a little bit afraid to do that, and he helped me with snorkeling and the war canoe. I'm just really thankful.
So for all those who want a quick photo, I'm gonna have you guys line up right here in front of the flags, but before we have them join the Eagle's Nest, are there any presentations from families or members of the audience that they'd like to do? Now it's just real quick, so Carl, if you wanna go, and then Sabrina, I think you got one from Alaska. So we'll have you guys line up for a quick photo, so Wick, that means you need to come up in front. I'm always happy to help you with that, Wick. Step in front or in line with the flag, guys, so they can, or you can go 3 and 3 on the other side of the flag as well. It's a good thing that I don't have to do all the instructions all the time, right? There we go. And now to present our 407 Eagle Scouts, I believe that they're all members of the OA2. So here's our newest Eagles. So those who want a photo op, this is a great time to get in front of the flag and in the Eagle's nest. Or if you want, but also, gentlemen, so you guys know too, you have several letters that were here and several other gifts that were given to you from the troop. We encourage you to take a look at those later this evening, and the letters that were there with the flags. But Carl, if you want, and then Sabrina, and then any others that are there, we'll go to that point.
Hello, my name's Carl Kelley, I'm Josh's dad, and my beautiful wife Kathy. Josh, we're very proud of you, son. We've seen a lot of growth, we're very thankful for you, John, you, Brendan, you, Marty, Eric, all the scout leaders, community that's held my son to a high standard of excellence. It's been fun watching him grind. I think what he meant when he went to Emerald Bay this past summer, he had a chance to go have fun. He didn't have me pushing him on merit badges and driving him and balancing in between his athletics work and what he's doing here. But to keep the memory alive throughout your life and to recognize this moment, your mom put together this blanket. And it captures the essence of your scouting career with scout oaths, scout law, some of the things that are important that we want you to have for values in front of all your peers, some of your friends, the family that's online, my mom, sister. And we want this to be a symbol for excellence in all your life. And hold yourself to high standards of excellence as you take on journeys and you give back to others, as well as you take care of yourself. So thank you very much for being a great son. We're proud of you. Soar as high as you can, brother.
Hey, Carl, why don't you display the blanket so we can get a photo? Happy.
Lastly to Remy, KK, Uncle Troy sent letters in to you that I want you to read. I want you to take those letters and put them deep in your heart, deep in your soul, and use those as hallmarks of excellence too, because they recognize the journey that you're on. And this is just the beginning. So thank you.
Wick, so I am from Southeast Alaska, where there's a lot of bald eagles, make you quite homesick. But up there, and the place where I grew up, there is the Tlingit tribe, very rich culture, beautiful people, and I had the great honor of becoming familiar with many of them through my mom. My mom is an artist, and as a gift from kind of all of us, but mainly from my mom, she carved a Tlingit eagle pendant, and not that you can see it, but it's really pretty. And she included on the strand 8 different Russian trade beads, and the trade beads themselves are anywhere from 150 to about 200 years old, and that was our gift to it. And where were you?
Thank you, Grandma. No, I actually check to see if they're else. You guys are right in line, so.
So first scout camp that I got to attend with the boys, were we 5 minutes in the camp when Dallas was the first person to stitches for a pocket knife accident? Maybe 10 minutes. But anyway, I'm really fond of pocket knives, and I have sort of affinity for them, and these are special utility knives And so that you will always remember to just be prepared.
So we're so happy, this is my wife, Paige Adams, and I'm Greg Adams, this is our son Richard. And we're grateful for all the people that are here that are participating in this event with us tonight. Thank you for your time and your effort for coming. It's a privilege to be with you. It's been a privilege to be with Troop 407, sorry. Yeah. Pull my microphone out. Okay. It's been a privilege to be with the Troop 407. I'm Assistant Scoutmaster, and I was welcomed as well as Richard was. Richard started in the Cub Scout troop that my wife was the den leader of before COVID. Started at age 7, which you can't be a part of it at age 7, but she had no other choice than to include him in the Cub Scout as we went through. Remind me of a bobcat, wolf, and bear, right? And the thing, and when Bridger started into bear, that's when COVID hit, so we took a little hiatus for 1.5 years, but we were lucky to find the Cub Scout troop in West Kaysville, 596, led by Glenn. Glenn, are you here? I saw you, Glenn. Thank you, Glenn, for your service and dedication, and also for James, and also for Colleen that helped Bridger complete his Cub Scouts. We're so grateful for that. Thank you for Troop 407 for us having the opportunity to participate with you and also all the Scouts. You're a great example to us, and you've strengthened our lives. Richard, thank you for sharing your life with us. In honor of that, what we did is we decided to buy a journal and to capture those moments and memories of the experience with him.
Hyrum. Have you seen your sister running around? Somewhere I've set my purse with Hyrum's letters that we wanted to present to him. I don't want to outcry, so I'm just going to keep it brief. But I want you to know that this young man is the 30th Eagle in our family. 30, and his grandfather is here. So this is, it kind of feels like an end, but then I heard that his 3 nephews, their dads are all Eagles, so hopefully they're going to get them signed up for Cub Scouts so that they can be like Uncle Hyrum. He's done a lot, and I'm proud of him for the things that he's accomplished, and I'm so grateful for Troop 407. Troop 596 kept us going. And he's one of the few that was able to transition over and complete his Eagle with all of his friends. So I'm grateful for this new group of friends that he has found, and as he's achieved and gone camping and done wonderful activities. And I know that he'll continue in the Order of the Arrow and hopefully be a mentor and an example to those boys in Troop 407 that are still going for achieving that rank of Eagle. So thanks, Hyrum, for doing.
Well, thank you, gentlemen. Obviously, you're loved and cared for. We've gotten to one more small section, so I need you all to stand in front of the chairs over there and make the scout sign again as well. We're going to have John Sanders, our representative for the Kaysville Rotary, as well as our chair, charter organization rep. I also need, at this point, all Eagle Scouts to join, or we're going to reaffirm our Eagle Scout oath. So, John, if you will lead us in that. Let's start in the right.
Thank you. It's my opportunity and privilege to administer the Eagle oath to David, Lister, Hyrum, Thomson, Josef, Glaze, and Joshua, Kelley, and Bridger. He's a fine young man, and you're joining a group of great people, and we hope that you'll remember this throughout your life, how important this is tonight. So with that, I'd like you to hold your hand like you have to the square and repeat after me and insert your name. I reaffirm my allegiance to the three promises of the Scout Oath. I reaffirm my allegiance to the three promises of the Scout Oath. I thoughtfully recognize and take upon myself the obligation and responsibility of the rank of Eagle Scout. On my honor, I will do my best. To make my training an example. My rank and my influence. Count strongly for better scouting and for citizenship in my troop. And in my community. In my contacts with other people. To this I pledge. My sacred honor. True. Congratulations, welcome to the Eagle Nest, and I'm so proud of all of you for what you've accomplished. And at this time, I'd like to introduce Tim Beatty. He's a distinguished Eagle Scout. He's also a silver animal. Silver buffalo, sorry. So very rare, and we're honored to have him in our troop committee. Not very many committee Oh, I forgot, yes. So as part of the induction, we'd like to ask, is there anybody in the Eagle's Nest that will receive these 6 honorable scouts into the Eagle's Nest? I would. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, so consider yourself part of the Eagle's Nest now, young man. Thank you.
Well, I'm Tim Beatty, and many of you probably haven't seen me before. I show up very occasionally, not very often. But I am very happy that Group 407 has provided me a home. As a distinguished Eagle, and there are several outstanding Eagles here as well. Every Eagle needs to understand that while it was a journey to climb to the top of a mountain, it is only the first mountain in your life. And from there, you only get to see the next ranges and the higher peaks that you still have to climb. Part of your Eagle Oath that you just took is that you will help others, that you will provide leadership, you will provide that image and target for others to go and shoot for. So I charge you with that as well. You need to become the example of younger scouts coming in. You need to become the example for your unit leaders of what a scout can and should be. And you need to maintain that for the rest of your life. This is not something that you get to set down when you decide not to be a scout anymore. This is something you need to continue on into the workplace and beyond. Continue to provide leadership and inspiration to all of those that come up to you. Thank you. Thank you.
So we're gonna have Marty say something, I believe, after the video, but if I can have all the scouts in the room that are life ranked, please stand up. So we've got about 8 or 10 of us here that are going to be near-term Eagles. So we challenge our near-term Eagles or our life scouts now to not only to look up to these folks that have earned their Eagle, but also to start to prepare your plan and your leadership to coincide with earning your Eagle. So you guys can go and sit down too, but we wanted to recognize our up-and-coming Eagles. The families have all put together a nice little photo arrangement, and the Litster family has put together a quick little movie clip that we'll do. Following the movie clip that'll be here, we will then have Marty Gunnarsson, our scoutmaster, and probably one of the funnest scoutmasters I've ever had the chance to work with in my years of scouting. He will give us the Scoutmasters Conference, and then we will adjourn to enjoy all of the food presentations that the families have done. So I will put this down. Do you need the sound on that, or are you good?
I got it wired in.
Okay.
So. Just waiting for my. You have to wake back up.
And now there's a tenderfoot, I learned to talk all of the time. When there's a meeting, I promptly forgot. When we became beings, you had to learn them again. Then I had to teach a new boy, and they really said, I said, I couldn't do all that much, just enough to barely follow the way along. With a little bit of practice and a lot of love, yeah, I only grow strong. Now I'm an eagle, and I can spread my wings. I can soar to the tops of mountains. No matter what life brings, I am an eagle. Back to the left of the south, I promise. See who needs help and what's my role. With sharp and well-trained eyes, I am the Camp Scouts stay by the time he took class. He taught me how to recognize signs of shock and of a heart attack. Now I know my CPR when the tree falls by. If I'm ever there in an emergency, you hear me to save a life. That's boy I couldn't do all that much, just enough to barely fall away long. With a little bit of practice and a lot of love, yeah, my wings grow strong. Now I'm an eagle. And I can spread my wings. I can soar to the tops of mountains. No matter what life brings, I am going. Back to the left of sides I rise. See who needs help and what's my role. With sharp and well-trained eyes, I am going. All Scouts is all about earning the right. Sign off on my blue cards and I'll never see the sun again. Now I see the light shine to me. It's my duty to help others to grow their own wings. As a boy, I couldn't do all that much, just enough to barely follow way along. With a little bit of practice and a lot of love, you help my wings grow strong. Now I'm an eagle. I can spread my wings. I can soar to the tops of mountains. No matter what life brings, I am an eagle. Back to the left of sides I rise. See who needs help and what's my role. With sharp and well-trained eyes, I am an eagle. I am an eagle. I am an eagle. The world is yours. Follow your heart to new places. Take a drink with all souvenirs. Say hello to some new faces. Hiking up, surfing down. Don't be ready out of races. Difficult, take a step. You just have to die your races. Dancing, sleeping, we want again. Side by side, we're able to go what down, we out. We can change the world we live in. We don't have enough to eat. She got the children. Without shoes on my feet. People living in the street. I'm on the floor. The sun shining. To like the sea. I can you go down my spirit. I want to ride. It's all certain, into the future. Time keeps on slipping, slipping, slipping into
So my boys, when I get up and say I'm gonna do a scoutmaster minute. Another 5-10 minutes, all I know, I'm from the scoutmaster. I promise I will keep this short in scoutmaster minutes. So this is about an analogy between this little bottle of water. You'll see these stacked over here on the side as we're refreshing. So this analogy is about self-worth. If you were to go to Costco and buy this bottle of water, what would it cost you? Maybe 25 cents if you bought it in a 40-pack. The same bottle of water over at Bowman's or Smith's would cost you about 50 cents, maybe 75 cents. If I went and bought it at a food truck, it'd probably be $2 for the same bottle of water. If I went to a good restaurant or hotel, it would probably be $3 to $4, maybe even $5. If I went to Disneyland, it'd be $25. At an airport or on a plane, you may be charged $5 for this same bottle of water. The bottle and the brand is the same. The only thing that changes is the place that you bought it. Each place gives a different value to the same product. When you feel like you are worth nothing and then everyone around you belittles you, change places, do not stay there. Have the courage to change places and go to a place where you are given the value you deserve. Surround yourself with people who really appreciate your worth and don't settle for less. And that's what Scoutmaster did. That's good.
Well, this pretty much concludes and wraps up an awesome presentation in Court of Honor this evening. As I look out over the audience, I'd like to thank Stacy and Chad for being here from the council and the district. Also, Christian, we know you had to make a long trip up here, so we're glad that you're here. Glenn Loveland, that's been a leader and a club leader for many of us, and then all of those that have served over the past. In the closing thoughts, as we look at things, oftentimes Marty, Julie, and John and I, we go out to dinner after Scouts because we don't really get time to eat during the day getting everything ready. And one of the things that we constantly talk about is how scouting helps you soar. And so I want you guys to remember this, especially our new Eagles and those that are coming up. SOAR stands for Setting Outstanding Achievements and Records. And so as you guys continue through scouting and through your life and trail through life, we want you to be able to set as many outstanding records and achievements as possible based on what you've learned with that in scouting. That being said, again, on behalf of 407, our committee, all of those parents involved, we'd like to thank you for being here. Our benediction will now be offered. Or no, we're going to retire the colors and then we'll have the benediction following that by F. Michael Watson. So we'll call the color guard back up to retrieve our colors and then have benediction, and then we'll have refreshments off to our south end here.
Color guard attention. Color guard forward march. Color guard. Drop the American flag. And scout flag. Color guard reform ranks. Color guard forward march. Color guard dismiss.
Our Heavenly Father, as we come to the conclusion of this special evening, we give thanks for the achievements which these young men have made in their lives, for the path which they have chosen to follow, for the eagles which they've achieved and been honored with this evening. We give thanks to them and look forward to many other things in their lives as they move forward and accomplish much more to reward the eternal aspects of achievements which these scouts and code of honor stands for. We thank thee this night also for the parents who have given much and for their hard work in making it possible for this experience and tonight. And thanks for all that we have in our Father, for the organization which has made this possible. We say this in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen.